Welcome to The Explainer. You know, every great ghost story isn't just a random spooky tale. There's a formula to it, a set of rules designed to build fear. And today, we're going to take apart the legend of the Mecho Bhoot to see how each piece, from a simple warning to a trail of impossible footprints, is engineered to absolutely terrify.
It all kicks off with a classic setup, right? A family moves into a new, remote home, and surprise, they're not alone. What makes this so effective is how it takes that dream of a peaceful new life and just turns it into a trap, especially when your new backyard is an ancient, raging river.
Okay, so let's start at the very beginning. The arrival, a stormy night, a new home. So right away, we've got two huge horror ingredients, isolation and, well, breaking the rules. Think about it. The family's exhausted, they're vulnerable, they just want to get inside. But by showing up so late, in a storm, they're already stepping on some kind of unspoken local law. That feeling of dread is there before they even turn the key.
And here's the thing. The very first warning they get isn't some ghostly whisper. It's a person, just a regular guy, saying no. And that's so important. It hints that this family isn't just breaking some quirky local custom, they're messing with a fundamental law of this place. Bhuvan isn't just being a difficult caretaker. He's basically screaming at them, hey, some lines, especially the one between the land and that river after dark, you just don't cross.
All right, so the story starts layering in the clues. These are the subtle, unsettling little things meant to crank up the tension and let the family know that their bad feeling, it's totally justified.
And this is where they get their first real taste of something impossible. The story sets up this perfect contradiction. The family knows they saw someone, but the local expert says, no way, nobody would ever be there. See, it's not just a mystery anymore. It's a direct assault on what they think is real. So you have to ask, who or what is taking a stroll by a raging river in the middle of a storm?
Okay, but here's the detail that makes it truly chilling. This isn't about someone from the house going to the river. This is about an intrusion. It means something came out of that water during the storm and walked right up to their front door. And this is where the story hands us the key to unlock the whole mystery. For anyone who knows their South Asian folklore, this isn't just some weird clue. It's a giant flashing sign. These reversed footprints, that's the calling card of a supernatural entity. The debate is officially over. They are dealing with the ghost. So, the warnings have been ignored, the signs are all there. What's next? Well, now the entity makes direct contact. But it doesn't start with a scream. It starts with a strange, almost enchanting meeting.
You see, the ghost doesn't just jump out and yell boo. It's way smarter than that. It uses a lure. It shows up as this beautiful, mesmerizing girl to completely disarm its target, the teenage daughter Sugandha. The strategy is just brilliant. It's not trying to scare her, it's trying to charm her. It makes this simple, kind of weird request for fish, and then, poof, it vanishes the second her guard is down. What's left is a feeling of mystery, not necessarily danger.
And this brings us to the climax, the peak of the story. The entity's true colors are about to come out. Sugandha has just been to the market and now she's walking home alone, in the dark with her purchase.
So now the horror completely shifts gears. It's not about what you can see anymore, it's about what you can feel and smell. And that's a tactic meant to trigger a really deep primal fear. Sugandha can't see what's following her, but she can feel it getting closer. And worse, she's hit with this overwhelming stench of its decay.
Then comes the first demand. It's just a whisper, seemingly from nowhere, repeating the girl's question in Bengali, "Give me fish." By separating the voice from a body, the story takes a simple question and makes it absolutely terrifying.
And then, bam, just like that, the tone completely flips to pure rage. The entity's patience is gone. The threat is right out in the open now. That gentle illusion is shattered, and all that's left is the violent monster underneath. Sugandha, of course, runs for her life.
And that brings us to the resolution. The horror isn't some shadow in the dark anymore. It's inside the house, and it's inside one of them.
So this is it, the final awful reveal. The mother, Mandakini, hears a noise and is drawn to the kitchen. You know, the heart of the home, and she is totally, completely unprepared for what she's about to walk in on.
When you break down what she saw, you can really see how every single element is picked for maximum horror. You've got the dark kitchen, a safe space, now it's terrifying. Her own daughter, Sugandha, her innocent child, and what is she doing? Savagely eating a raw fish. Her appearance? Demonic, with blood everywhere. It's a total corruption of everything familiar and safe.
And then come the words spoken through Suganda's mouth that confirm everything. The entity's goal was never just about the fish in the bag. It was about the girl who was carrying it. The Mecho Bhoot, the fish ghost, has found its new home.
And that's the really chilling question that stories like this leave you with, right? The chase in the dark might be over, but the real horror, it's just getting started. I mean, how does a family even begin to survive when the monster isn't trying to break in the door, but is sitting right there at the dinner table, wearing their daughter's face?